One of the most beautiful couples in Hollywood that I know is Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. They literally roast each other 24/7, but somehow that has strengthened their relationship. Isn't that the type of relationship we all want? I mean, not how insanely beautiful Blake is and how handsome Ryan is, cause that one is hard to find, but how they have fun with each other and joke around all the time. Wish I had a partner who loved me more when I was roasting her, just like how Blake loves Ryan. That way I could easily be the goofy, sarcastic me and stop trying to be civil all the time, cause that's damn hard. You feel me, right? Sorry, got carried away. Let's get back to the most relatable couple in Hollywood, because this video is dedicated to Ryan and Blake's beautiful couple goal relationship. I am still so jealous of the dynamic of Ryan and Blake's relationship. That is literally a dream come true, to have someone who loves you just the way you are, who is super kind and unbelievably beautiful, and at the same time wants to have that big beautiful American family with you. Oh, and knows how to cook and bake well, and knows how to style her own hair, and is tall. Wait, do I have a crush on Blake? No, stay focused, Jason. Back to the couple. It wasn't long ago when there were only the two of them, not even as partners. They were only friends, not knowing one day they would end up having a family that is loved and adored by millions of fans around the world. Let's see where it all started, shall we? As far as I know, it all started back in the summer of 2010 when Blake was cast to play the leading role next to Ryan in Green Lantern. Back then, both of them were busy with their own share of relationship dramas. Ryan was married to Scarlett Johansson and Blake was dating her Gossip Girl partner Penn Badgley. First, let me tell you about the drama Ryan and Scarlett had. Scarlett and Ryan happened in April 2007. Both of them were fresh out of their previous relationships. Scarlett had broken up with her then partner Josh Hartnett, and Ryan's 4-year relationship with Alanis Morissette had just ended 2 months after their engagement. Even though they were very private about their relationship, news outlets were publishing pictures of them together almost every time they were found together. Not long after, in May 2008, Scarlett's rep confirmed that the two were engaged. Johansson also confirmed that herself when she walked Met Gala with a gorgeous diamond on her left hand. And 4 months after that, the two tied the knot. All of this happened in private. There were no leaked photos, no first look at the ring or the bride's dress, nothing. They were literally one of the most private couples ever. I haven't seen a Hollywood couple as private as this one in forever. For all I know, if two very good-looking people get together in Hollywood, they use each other as much as they can to promote their career. It's a win-win situation. Don't give me that look. There are so many couples like that out there. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, everyone has their perspective on relationships, and if they want to use one another, good for them. We don't stand in their way. Might silently, or not so silently, judge them, but we won't stand in their way, that is for sure. But in the case of Scarlett and Ryan, they didn't even talk about each other. Like, at home they were married, but outside they were complete strangers. This is kinda weird when you see the presence of Blake and Ryan in each other's online and career life now. But now it is Scarlett's time to shine. As I was saying, she was very private about her whole marriage. Even in her interview with Glamour, she said that she would never ask anybody about their marriage if she didn't know them, that she doesn't profess to know anything about marriage that anybody else doesn't know or how to make it right. She also said that she doesn't want to read about somebody who's giving her relationship advice, and that is why she tried to keep some things for herself, to have a private life. To keep some things private? Girl, you kept everything a secret. All we knew back then was that you were married to him, which I'm not even 100% sure about. But her being completely private didn't last that long. I'm guessing when Scarlett joined the Marvel family with Iron Man 2, she was already too frustrated by how the marriage thing worked, because she finally did talk about it. Apparently the couple was already facing some hard times. She confessed that they didn't have time for dates. They would work, go home, stare at the wall for a few hours, and then go to sleep. Are you kidding me, lady? I do pretty much the same thing when I'm single. That staring at the wall part is my life. I guess I'm even a little more fun when I'm single. How can life for such a voluptuous lady be this boring? Wasn't she with one of the funniest men out there? Something was wrong there. Even a 7-year-old could see that this relationship was not working. By 2010, the schedule of Ryan and Scarlett got so crazy that the couple started living apart and they put their Los Angeles house on the market, but they still insisted on being in love. Rumors of their split were out there, but Scarlett was giving interviews saying when you are married, you suddenly have your own family. You've got your home in that other person. There's a nice comfort in that. You can go ahead and call me old-fashioned, but when I get married to someone, I want to be with my partner all the time. If we were to live in two different houses, why would I even get married? The actual comfort is in coming home and seeing your partner there, or spending weekends together. I don't see any comfort in living apart. Maybe I have the wrong definition of comfort. What do you guys think? Is this what a loving relationship looks like to you? I think I'm right though, because in 2010 the couple announced that they were going their separate ways. You see, I told you something was wrong from the beginning. In Touch magazine mentioned that one of the reasons for their divorce was that their personalities were not compatible. He was a more traditional type, but she was more independent. Daily Mail also published an article about how there was a lack of warmth between the two, which was troubling. A source even told them that once Scarlett visited Ryan on the set of the proposal, and it seemed like she was screaming at him in his trailer. There were also some rumors suggesting that the success of Scarlett was threatening Ryan, that he was not confident in his career and felt like a total failure in comparison to his wife. But these were all rumors, and just like the rest of their relationship, Scarlett and Ryan kept their divorce a secret as well. On Blake's side though, everything was fine. As her Gossip Girl co-stars said, the relationship Penn Badgley and Blake Lively had was the most mature one they had ever seen, to the point that their breakup didn't affect the series or the cast at all. Blake later went on to start a relationship with another famous guy in the industry, Leonardo DiCaprio, before actually thinking about starting something with Ryan. From all I've read, her side relationships and breakups were all peaceful and mature, so there's no tea to spill there. The good thing for both Ryan and Blake was that no matter what, they had each other as friends. After they both became single, as all friends do, the two started searching for partners for the other friend. But as the search went on, one day, after a year and a half, they realized that the best thing for both of them was to be together. The transition part of the relationship happened on a day in a little restaurant in NYC. As Ryan recalled, there was no one in the restaurant except for the two, and then this song came on that made Ryan ask Blake if she wanted to dance. Right there is when he felt like he crossed the line. Later, he walked her home, and then what you all know happened. By October 2011, these two were a real couple. Blake was spotted on the set of Ryan's movie R.I.P.D. in Boston, and the couple spent the holidays with Reynolds' family in Vancouver. Literally, from that restaurant moment on, Blake and Ryan were together everywhere, and in September 2012, they tied the knot. What a surprise! I'm kidding though, considering how Ryan was ready to tie the knot in his two previous relationships, this was no surprise to me. But some actually were surprised. I'm guessing you were as well. Is that right? They literally moved from friends to married in the span of 1 year. Guess that's the secret recipe for a happy marriage, right? In Mary Claire's interview, Blake said that Ryan would always be her best friend for her whole life, and Ryan did agree that the best way to the relationship is to start as friends. So here you have it. The secret is revealed. Now we all can live happily ever after. The only thing that is needed though is that one Blake Lively-like friend. Where can I get one of those? If you guys know, drop the answer in the comment section below. So back to their love story. Blake and Ryan became everyone's dream couple when they attended 2014's Met Gala together and told Mary Claire that they were ready to start their own family. And guess what? A month after admitting that in the interview, Blake announced that she was having her first baby with Ryan on her website. And in January 2015, she gave birth to their first child, James. And then in April 2016, they announced that they were expecting their second child, Inez. And a few days ago, Blake gave birth to their third child. You see how they make everything seem so easy and effortless? Like, once you get married to your best friend, life is gonna be rainbows and unicorns and you'll have that big American family you always dreamed of. But that really is kind of true when you look at Blake and Ryan's life. They became even more famous and happier after becoming a couple, especially Ryan. He finally fulfilled his dream of having Deadpool, which became a huge success, and he was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That was the day when we saw little James and Inez in person. During the acceptance speech, Ryan said, "I want to thank my wife Blake, who is sitting right there, who is everything to me. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me. You make everything better. You make everything in my life better. You've given me two of the most incredible children I've ever hoped to have." I'm not even gonna lie, their whole relationship gives me life. It makes me feel like happily ever after actually exists. You can dream of having someone who is fun, caring, and beautiful all together who actually loves you. You can create the fairy tale life we all have always dreamed of, even if you are in showbiz. So while you are here dreaming about the future Blake Lively-Ryan Reynolds relationship you're gonna have, I'm gonna head out to find my Blake and start a family before it's too late. But wait, before that, I have to wrap up this video. Tell me, do you guys believe that Blake and Ryan were made for each other and are going to stay together forever, or not? Let's talk about that in the comments, and remember to become a part of our Curiosips family by subscribing to our channel. Until next time.